saw the group face the repercussions of the dinner party photo scandal that we all talked about last week. However, one bride was not having a bar of it.
And for a little human empathy.
Sure, I'll take the self-reflection. As far as empathy, I just don't have it. It's just not in me. And I'd be lying to your faces if I was like, I have more empathy to give towards that situation.
I think she wasn't looking for the word empathy. I think she looked for another word there.
I don't know what...
Well, she doesn't have left to give.
Anyway, to help us figure that all out and to unpack one of the most intense weeks on MAFS ever, expert John Aiken joins us now. John.
Good morning, you two.
We have not spoken to you since this all came to light. Blew up is probably the right word. What was going through your mind when you saw this all unfold at the dinner party, the photo scandal?
Well, it's shocking, but it's a real-world issue that I'm glad came out because in this situation, they've shared a photo, they've not told her about it, and then they've ambushed her at the dinner party. And I think it was our job as experts to really call them out on that. What was disappointing is that there was silence. They all closed ranks and none of them really held or said sorry for it.
Right. Isn't that interesting? So, therefore, Olivia is saying, you know, she doesn't have any empathy, which is a very strange thing to admit to. You could also push that on the rest of the group saying, how about you guys have any shred of decency and just apologise for... Because an apology doesn't hurt.
No.
It actually makes the situation better.
Absolutely. And we're all in relationships and we all have to say sorry.
Not with each other, John.
No. But, you know, our partners, we say sorry to them. In this situation, what I find with MAFS is that often they really are not very good at saying sorry and taking accountability for their behaviour. And the group essentially didn't get the fact that it is not okay to share that photo without bringing it to her attention. And that is something that really created more stress in the group after this commitment ceremony.
What did you make of the way that Domenica and Jack have each handled it?
Yeah, well, they were very good because under that great pressure, he had her back, and that's what we keep saying to these guys.
He was outstanding.
He was outstanding because, you know, under the pressure of the experiment, you can often throw each other under the bus, air dirty laundry, have no boundaries, and these guys have been really tight, and he absolutely said, this is not okay. So he did what we wanted him to do.
All right, look, for all of Olivia's talk about Dom not being able to handle the heat, she absolutely crumbled under the weight of your disapproval. Let's have a look.
What would possess you to send a photo to someone else? That's a very easy question, and you can't give me an answer.
So, do you think there was malice behind it? Was it emotional immaturity? What was going on?
Well, I tried to get to the bottom of it, and you see right there, I couldn't get an answer. And that's one of the big issues with it. I don't know her driver, but what I can do as an expert is say, you make choices on this show and your decisions were poor. You know, you did this, it's a photo that's come to your attention, you've shared it around and ambushed Domenica. And so you really have to call out the behaviour. But as to her driver, it's very hard to know because she won't say.
It's been a really interesting conversation, and I think a lot of people around the country have been having it, and I think in a way it will help other people to perhaps see why it's not okay to behave like that. But anyway, let's talk about Al and Sam. They have left the show. Were you sad to see them go? Well,
we had high hopes for these two because they were a couple that were full of life and energy, and particularly Al. You know, he is so enthusiastic and ready to rip into everything. But ultimately, I think they just didn't connect on a level of maturity. She was looking for something more long-term and heavy commitment, and he isn't really ready for that, I think. We all realise that.
Yeah, as it was unfurling, you could just see this guy is just a party boy.
Plenty of shoeys, though.
Yeah, loves his mates.
He's a sweet guy.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. And she's lovely too. So, OK, let's look at this final week then. You've done the final commitment ceremony. What happens this week? What are we going to see? Surely there's no more dramas, that this week will just cruise along.
Smooth sailing, right?
In television history, and we'll all go, oh, that was a fine ending.
Nothing
happened.
What I was hoping.
Kumbaya?
Yes. And one of the things with this series is that it keeps ramping up.
No.
It never gets into a complacent mode. So what happens
John.
this week is that we have a boys and girls night where we bring them all back. So some of the old characters that you've seen early on in the series, someone like Holly, for instance, who left earlier, Selena, Celine and Anthony. A whole lot of old characters come back for a boys' night and a girls' night. And, of course, one of the big issues is that when you put them all together, they don't get along. But throw into the mix in the boys' night, we get an appearance from Daniel, who we threw off.
Oh, wow.
So, and we do that because we want
Because you want to stir things up.
I would like to think that we do that because
you
we
want to
some,
stir things up.
We want some closure. Dave. We want
Closure. Don't you bring
We want-
your psychobabble in here. Tell me that you want closure. You thought, final week, let's chuck him in there and see what happens.
Funny thing is,
you love it.
My wife
You
says that all
love
the
it.
time. She says, "Don't bring that."
Yeah,
psychobabble
you love it.
with
I
me,
know
John."
you.
Yeah, we
this
want
is
closure,
great.
and we don't particularly get a lot of closure with these boys and girls nights.
Okay.
I wonder why.
But we do get plenty of issues aired, so buckle up. And then
Excellent.
you've also got the final dates where they're trying to woo one another one more time.
Right. We don't have love. What have we got? What have we got? Nothing. Samantha joins us. She's on the Gold Coast. Al's here in the studio.
Why?
Al, a tough decision for you?
It was a big decision for me.
Is it because you Bondi people have no feelings?
No, I got feelings. What do you mean? Like, I cry here and there. But, it
Your
was...
latte is not the right temperature.
Yeah. They're meant to put skim milk, not full cream. But, it was a big decision. I was thinking about it for ages, and I didn't want to leave, any stone unturned. So I had to make sure it was the right time, and I knew it was the right time.
Sam, for you too, I would imagine. I mean, you two look like such a perfect couple. Look at you. I mean, the chemistry. It's just a beautiful looking couple. How did you feel about leaving?
Look, it was a hard decision for me a couple of weeks prior to when Al got to his decision. But yeah, no, it was ready for us to leave. We were good mates, but that was pretty much it.
What do you think happened? Because I mean, if I'm choosing a couple to go on the show, I would have thought you two would have been a really great match. You know?
Yeah,
There was no sizzle.
Yeah, we're both really good looking. And I thought, we're a great pair. What can go wrong? And I was super confident about it at the beginning. And then I realised maybe Sam doesn't like me as much as I thought she does.
Do you think?
Has that happened before?
No, not really. But it's good. I'm glad because it humbled me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been humbled by the experience.
I don't know that you have been humbled. Because you are super good looking still,
Oh, don't tell me something I already know.
Yeah, he's not on our list of people we're worried about, are we?
Samantha, was he a bit too up himself, do you think?
Oh, no.
What's with the pause?
I asked for someone confident. I got that.
And
Nothing to say.
and that's it.
No, but he's a lovely fella, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Deep down as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He means well. Like I said, friendship with Al was easy. It was just that, we didn't have a lot in common. What we wanted from relationships was very different. We tried. We really tried. That's one thing I look back at our experience and I'm so grateful for.
Because, did you have fun? Because it looked like fun at times, but there are other times where, you're watching and there were some pretty awkward moments during this experiment, probably less with you guys and more with other couples.
Oh, yeah, there was definitely a lot of awkward moments with me as well, cringe moments. But I made sure I obviously was on there to find love, but also have fun throughout the whole experiment. And, as you might know, there's been a hell of a lot of drama. And I've got to say, it's been pretty entertaining, though.
You look so much like Craig Wing, it's not funny.
I get that all the time.
You're almost as handsome as him.
I had a photo with him one time, and I posted it on my Insta, and I started telling everyone it's my dad. And they full believe me.
He'd be filthy.
That's a really mean
Wingy.
thing to do.
Hey, good luck you two in finding love out there. By the way, since the experiment, have you found, are you finding partners now, or?
No, not yet, just taking it slow.
Samantha, you?
No, I've been married up until this point, you know.
Oh, yeah, good girl. Very good, guys. Thank you for being part of it. You can catch Married at First Sight tonight at 7:30 p.m. It's unmissable, isn't it? Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time on 9 and 9 now. Good sports. G'day, it's Ali.
And Karl.
Thanks for watching the Today YouTube channel.
Subscribe now for brand new videos every day and exclusive bonus clips.
Ali, say please.
Please? Why?
Please? I don't know.